Food Court, the movie podcast and Twitch stream where Sean
and John
And Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, make shit. We are the Mank. It's Manksgiving. And you know
it's
what?
a new movie.
We've
Finally.
been talking about Manksgiving for like 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
We've done like 50 Fincher movies. And finally we have arrived at the namesake of Manksgiving. We watched Mank. But first of all, Michael.
Yes.
John, hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Talk at the same time. Just say
Okay.
all of your feelings.
Now,
Mank. Thank you for having me. You know,
There is a
Thankful
definite
for the opportunity.
chance that we will keep saying Mank over and over again because it has a very good ring to it. Mank.
oh,
Mank.
it does.
We have been texting Mank puns, of which there are only perhaps 3 variations.
Yes.
For
There's some version of thank you.
a month.
There's some
Mank.
version of prank.
Mank the Spunky.
Yeah, Frank.
Mank the Spunky. That's really good.
Mank
I don't
calls.
think you texted that one. You were saving that.
No, you
On
did
your
text
screen.
that one.
Say,
I saw that one. I know, I saw that one.
Or maybe I missed it.
I'm not making this up. I saw
Oh.
that.
I
can't
Michael he's like the R&B artist who will use like onomatopoeia
On a
rhyme,
makeup.
you know, like he doesn't have to be a real rhyme.
No.
Yes,
Not
a
at
near
all.
rhyme.
He'll rhyme.
Near
You
rhyme.
know, he's like Juvenile.
Oh.
Yes.
Where Juvenile was like, you know what? I'm not gonna rhyme words anymore. I'm just gonna put
Yeah.
instead of any goddamn word. And then everything
Mank.
Manka.
Mank.
And then it's
Manka.
And you know what? After a while, you don't even have to get like a
Dranka.
syllable there. You just go,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Nah. I love stuff like that. That's my
But it was-
culture. Okay, you're talking about.
That is your
Yeah.
culture. When people talk about you, they're like, man,
Mank.
Michael is a rapper.
Mank. Mike.
He's the post-Mankster general
Well,
of rapping.
sometimes John calls me Mackle, but now he can call me Mankle.
Oh,
Dang.
sorry.
Mankle.
That's like a
I'm
cankle,
just,
but
I'm just fascinated
man.
with the way that
Yeah.
different we'll call them cultures now. Different people
Cults.
say Michael.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I just hear Michael.
Maggle.
Mank.
Maggle.
Mank.
Michael.
Maggle. Markle.
What
If
would
you don't
it?
go by Mike, you're not a Mike.
No. Michael.
Have you ever been a
Sometimes you're
Mike?
like a Mikey. You're like a Mike.
Hell no. Fuck that shit.
Okay, against your will, you're kind of a Mikey.
I've
Like
called him Mikey.
third
and it felt
person,
right.
I will
Other people.
not.
No.
I will not accept it. I will not
All right, Mikey.
allow it. I will not like it. Okay. Let me be.
Mikey
always-
no like
Let
you.
me be
I
Mank
usually
with
get
you,
my
okay?
First and last name. I always get my first and last name. People usually
John
call
Bird.
me. Yes,
John Bird.
I guess because it's 2 syllables and it's easy.
Jumper.
Yeah.
Sean, everyone calls him Shaughnessy when he's not around.
Yes.
His full Christian name.
I say.
Most people call me Bashance, but I don't know why they do that.
That's really good, Bashance.
Well, I truly hate long introductions to podcasts,
What?
so we should end this.
This ain't no longer.
This is short
This is
compared to
nothing.
some.
Yeah.
If it was WTF, we would be talking about an hour about something that happened to our vinyl record
Yeah.
collection. But we did watch Mank.
Are we good?
We watched it, and I don't want to talk about the plot because I just don't want to.
Okay.
So I placed it upon the strong, powerful
Wow.
shoulders of Jumper.
Yeah. Jumper.
So, it had been reputed that Mank is primarily about the authorship of Citizen Kane,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. This
It is
movie is
barely
really
that at
about.
all.
Barely, yeah.
This movie is about. I guess famed would be the wrong word, but prominent screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz. Perhaps the lesser known of the Mankiewicz brothers, if you really think about it. And it's really kind of like ode to Tinseltown is the wrong term, but like it's a Tinseltown parable
Mhm.
of wherein Herman J. Mankiewicz writes the screenplay for Citizen Kane while convalescing in a convalescent home set up by Orson Welles, while also flashing back to relive his relationship, the flowering and dying relationship that he had with William Randolph Hearst,
Mhm.
whom he wrote Citizen Kane about. And this is all done in glorious black and sepia.
Yes.
Starring the one and only Gary Oldman, a bunch of absolute fucking nobos, Charles Dance, and Amanda Seyfried.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That about does it.
Many nobodies.
Manky.
One name I must point out. Mank's wife is played by Tuppence Middleton.
Ooh.
That is her literal name. Is Tuppence Middleton.
Tuppence.
I wrote some other names that could be her name if she changed her name. Prumple Thamesliston.
That's good.
Wait, okay, here's another one. T. Crumpeter. Okay, this is the last one. We gotta do 3.
Okay.
Pop, Wimblefarthing. That's her thing.
I like that.
Why is her name Tuppence Middleton? Get her out of this movie.
Why is her
With all due
name?
respect, she's not bad, but she needs to change her name
What if
to, I don't know, Frank Johnson. Something American.
What if
A lady named Frank Johnson would overtake the silver screen as we know it.
Yeah.
Just to be frank.
And it'd be big right now. If like a woman came out and she was like, I'm a lady, but my name's Frank Johnson. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? People would be like, wow, I like that.
I'm not gonna do
She
anything.
took back
about
the
it.
Cool.
power of the man's name.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Yes.
Taking it back.
I'm taking back this name. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Say it. Come out and say
I'm
it, Michael.
saying it.
Don't be afraid.
I've had enough. I am saying it.
Talk about your culture,
I'm
man.
talking this movie. If any movie ever represented my culture more, I wouldn't know what to do. I felt like I was watching Tyler Perry's Mank. Mankadia.
Really, we have just taken like Michael on this like white knight parade of just endless white guy shit.
Yeah.
Like
great.
I don't know what director we'd have to do after David Fincher to un-Caucasian this persuasion. I think we'd have to do like Melvin Van Peebles or some
Ooh.
shit. We'd have to
We
go
could
full
sweep-
black exploitation
back.
because I think these are white exploitation movies. And I gotta
Kinda.
say, for me, I don't even know if this movie was good, but it was so up my alley because I just like old Hollywood
Yeah.
and like lots of homages to 1940s filmmaking and like Arliss Howard doing a really weird Louis B. Mayer impersonation.
Yes.
Like Gary Oldman hamming it up as he's wont to do.
Yes.
That I still enjoyed this. I do think it's interesting because I'm starting to wonder if the whole this is a disputing who wrote Citizen Kane, like bringing that up was just marketing to rile up the film boys.
Probably.
Because it's really a very minor piece. Because I went in ready to be all pissed off.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Orson
Yeah, you were
Welles
pissed off like a few weeks ago.
I'm a big Orson Welles. He's like my favorite human. Whoever.
Wow.
I like David Fincher a lot, but I
More
don't
favorite
like
than
him as much.
Jesus?
Yeah, sure.
Christ?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Right,
not
Jesus
the other.
I'm glad that you specified.
Yes.
And I also thought it was interesting, and I went over this on the Alien 3 podcast I did with Jason
Oh
Shawhan.
shit.
As
Look
you
out
watch
for
the
that.
credits, there's a lot of names like Eric Roth,
Oh.
who wrote Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And there's some other prominent script doctors and screenwriters in the producers and executive producer roles and associate producer roles. And then we get to screenplay by, and it's just by David Fincher's dad.
Oh
I
yeah.
call some bullshit.
Yeah.
After all this talk we've had of who really wrote Citizen Kane.
Mhm.
But I call bullshit to the extent like, I think maybe Fincher's having a laugh at us, maybe. I don't think he cares either.
Maybe.
Like, and furthermore, if there is a problem with this movie, it is the script. Like, all the best lines are just historical lines or lines from other movies.
Oh
Like,
wow.
there's not really much. This is a pretty bare bones, pretty standard like retelling of a story already told by Pauline Kael and Peter Bogdanovich in articles disputing the authorship of Citizen Kane. But I'm a sucker for movies. Like, I really liked Hail Caesar,
Oh, I didn't get to see it. I wanted to see that.
which
I didn't see.
I know is not one of the better Coen Brothers movies.
Mm-mm.
But God damn it, it's about an era and a part of history that I really enjoy. So
It's very charming.
this one has probably less charm
Yes.
and does more harm, but it also is
That's charm and does more harm.
Less charm and does more harm.
I didn't realize this, But one of our kill donkeys, Liam Green, said, obligatory Fincher stunt casting this time around is Bill Nye as fucking Upton Sinclair. And I didn't even notice.
Really weird.
I did see that.
It was really fucking weird.
I must have.
I think it works out, though.
He means Bill Nye the Science Guy, not Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
He means Bill Nye the fucking Science Guy.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense. I mean, especially lately, Bill Nye.
It is important
like,
that you specify him and not like the blank face zombie Prince.
Yeah, I like Bill Nye. He's great.
Nye.
He would have been weird in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is weird because you're like, whose voice is that? I know that I have a distant recollection of being a child and hearing that
voice.
What?
It's chemistry.
Like Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
Like Wells or something. It's fucking weird.
So there's no visual of him. Okay, because I was like, I feel like I would have
you see him.
Oh, you
see him.
I don't remember seeing him at all.
You only see him in one scene where he's like...
Yeah. They take a while where they're
chilling,
like kind of behind him, and then they come around the side, and you're like, "Wait, just one goddamn second."
I had to stop and Google it. Is that Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Is that Billy?
That's another
Sinclair?
reason I have to build a virtual reality theater in my home.
Yes.
Because I can't stop looking at my goddamn phone during movies or finding some goddamn reason. The whole point of Food Court was to experience films in the theater in a theatrical sense, and I failed myself.
I thought it was an excuse to eat at the food court, but
it's also true.
I was wrong.
That too.
But I thought of an invention for you, John. It's okay. Your whole theater is powered by your phone being like stuck inside this thing. So if you grab your phone, the whole thing will shut off. You won't even be able to see the movie.
That's pretty
watch
good.
The movies on my phone.
There you go. But
then if I try to text my bookie or whatever, I can't fucking watch the movie anymore.
Text, it's not gonna work.
Text.
I think
I guess we better get on
better.
track here, Sean. Lead us.
Lead us.
In the saddle again, just like Aerosmith.
Yes.
Let's talk to Euros.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about our favorite, most favorite parts. John did the plot summary, so I'm going all in on Euros. Here we go. There's a guy with Parkinson's. That's not the good part. But he's sad, of course, especially back then when you find out you have Parkinson's, it's extremely bad. It's bad now, but even worse then. It's always bad, but back then it was like, well, I'm fucked. So he finds out he's got Parkinson's. He's very sad. He's telling Mank about all the shit that's going to happen to him, a depressing monologue, and he is a director. He's like a second unit director, and he's just talking about how his legs won't work and his arms won't work. It's fucking depressing. And then at the end, Mank goes, well, you could always produce. Really perfect line. Yeah. Great stuff. I love it.
That's a good
He does, spoiler alert, kill himself like 10 minutes later. But nice little funny thing right in the middle of that.
That's how you got to do it.
Nice pre-suicide one-liner to really nail that. Michael?
Yeah?
I want you to tell me your year of this picture. What is your very favorite part of Mank?
Okay, it's so hard to pick because I wrote down 3. And
3?
Yes, and I this time in my notes, I bolded and italicized the word Euro because I kept losing them when we'd be doing this. I was like, where the fuck is
What did I like?
What did I like
I
about
haven't had a Euro in a calendar year.
Calendar Euro. Okay. All right. Now settle down. Okay. I'll do all of them. Is that okay?
Yes. Go from worst Euro to best Euro.
Well, I don't know, but
okay.
I don't know how to do that. But
go from middle Euro to worst to third best to ninth best.
Okay.
To first.
Coming in at number Mank, we've got there's like an earlier scene where his secretary has like no shirt on and like just like nipple covering tassel things.
Yeah.
I was like, did this really happen? Probably.
Probably.
But as Mank's walking out, he goes, what I wouldn't give to see that in a tight sweater. And I just thought that was really nice. That was really funny.
Really good line.
It is. It's kind of true. You don't give it all away. Come on.
Thank you.
Okay, and then my next Euro, if you can handle
Take
it.
note, ladies.
Yeah, put on some
Stop
clothes.
getting naked.
Please, no, wear whatever you
Some
want.
clothes.
Wherever you want. Just don't do it for no man.
Yes.
Yeah.
No mank.
No mank. Ain't no mank. Okay, my next Euro. If you can handle it. If you can handle it.
I can.
I said I love when he drunkenly falls on the little luggage buggy and he says, fly. And the guy pulls him away. I like that a lot. That's my type of thing. And last, but certainly not least.
Is this most?
The most.
Last but
This
most?
is the biggest Euro I could think of. It's when he asks Orson Welles for credit. He like changes his mind, like I want credit. And then Orson Welles like picks up that box and like slams it against the wall. And then Mank like instantly starts writing, oh, we need like like a violent outburst in the movie. And Orson's like, yeah, that'll probably work. And he just leaves. I love that. I was like, oh, that's brilliant.
Follow, Michael.
Yeah.
You have not seen Citizen Kane.
Never.
You still have...
I didn't want to ruin this experience.
So you have no idea what that scene is even in reference to.
Because think about it. It's actually great because this is a prequel to Citizen Kane. Technically, because the movie wasn't out yet.
So fucking upsetting. Oh.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
If you're listening or / watching this, and you haven't seen Citizen Kane, you should really see it.
Yeah.
I told Sean, I was like, Michael's gonna watch Citizen Kane before the podcast, right? And Sean was like, no way.
No.
He won't do it.
He's right.
And I was like, I have more faith in Michael. He'll watch one of the greatest films ever made.
That's your first mistake.
That most people have seen.
Easily one of the greatest films ever made.
And Sean was like, no, he won't watch it. He'll never watch it.
He'll never.
The great thing about Citizen Kane that we can talk about briefly before we get back into Mank is that it's not like drudgery. Like there's a lot of stuff like even as much as I like Bergman, there's some Bergman where you're like, this is
boring.
Rough.
Yeah.
Shit. This is about life itself.
Ugh.
About the nuclear bomb. That's what this entire movie is about. But Citizen Kane is like it's like a lot of fun. It's like fucking Trent Reznor's weird fake score for this movie. It's like,
oh yeah.
I want to see you.
Whoa. Is that song
John.
from Citizen Kane?
Yes, it is. I want to fuck you.
I actually liked the music. I was fine with it. There was one song that was like, I've heard it before. I feel like many times. I don't really know what it is. It's like, it's like when they start filming that one scene. I don't know.
Was it the Charleston?
Maybe.
There were a lot of
the Charleston.
There were a
I
lot
like to
of
think about
those
Reznor like
songs
sitting there and being like hitting like oboes.
Oh,
and, like, fucking like Wilhelm scream.
That's good. I can't do it.
That's great. That's probably my least favorite Atticus Ross Trent Reznor score, but it was like it totally worked.
Yeah.
Like but it really was just kind of, and that maybe that's one of the kind of the double-edged notions of this film is that like it's just a really modern version of a 1940s movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's still paced like one of our movies. It's still, a movie of our time, but then he goes to great lengths to, have the cigarette burn in the corner, et cetera, and but it still does mostly feel like an imitation.
Yeah, for
it doesn't
sure.
Feel like it feels like, and it's weird to say because it's an expensive, marvelous looking film, but it's kind of like Fincher slumming it a little bit. This is like his father's screenplay and sort of a passion project of sorts, but it doesn't feel like we're getting all of old Fincher. It's just for me, it was just like and when we get to Manksgiving later, this one won't be very high. But I totally enjoyed it.
Wow.
It was kind of like custom built for me. The first time I watched it, I've watched it 3 times.
Dang.
Which I know is against what we usually do. But
How?
The first time I watched it, like because there's a scene that I'll get to that I really, really love, and it happens to come towards the end.
Okay.
And that kind of got me going, like, oh man, this might make it like 5th or 4th on the Manksgiving. But then as I watched it more, the script's really bad.
I didn't mind it, honestly. Well,
I noticed you one of the worst moments of the script was in your best. We need a violent outburst.
I love that stuff, and I love a lot of the lines. I wrote down like 50 lines. I was like, oh, I like that line.
Well, Herman J. Mankiewicz was kind of known. He was like the prince of the Algonquin table, which is a bunch of like it was like I think it was Harpo Marx and a bunch of like Bonmot throwing like
Perelman, especially Perelman, who wrote a lot of the Marx Brothers scripts.
Right. There's a bunch of writers and dilettantes who would hang out in a certain hotel, and Mankiewicz was like the best known of that, and all the good lines. I think it's easy to think that you're getting all these great lines from the script, but those are all real things that they said.
Yeah, okay.
Like, so I'm loath to give
sense.
David Fincher's dad or Eric Roth or David Fincher himself credit
True.
because the great like Wine came up with the fish line, like he really said that.
Yeah.
Like that's these great lines. It's shit he actually said. So
Did he?
I'm not ready to give them credit for that, but it's still like. Still fun for me.
Well, did he say he's talking about Mayer, and he goes, if I ever go to the electric chair, I'd like him to be sitting in my lap. Did he really say that?
I mean,
I
feel
so.
like almost all of them.
I really like
that. Has to be
taken from life.
I really like it. I was like,
line.
oh, that's fun.
And who better than Gary Oldman?
I thought he was great.
Old man.
What the fuck is that voice he's doing?
No.
I have no
That's
idea.
the second best voice in film history.
Oh yeah.
Behind Tom Hardy's.
Thomas Hardy is
Thomas Hardy.
Bane.
Behind. Okay, third behind Thomas Hardy's Bane voice.
Yeah.
And then
Why would you
not
do that?
Tom Hardy's Venom voice, but Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock voice in Venom.
Wait, regular Eddie Brock or
Yes, which now just sounds like Donald Trump.
Brock Report. Welcome back to the Brock Report. So stupid.
Hey, how you doing? You about to get fired?
You about
You're
to get
in the Brock
manked.
Report.
No, yeah.
Sean.
Oh.
You're a Euro.
Oh yeah.
I did my Euro.
What was yours?
Wait.
Oh yeah, that's why I forgot.
Not the Parkinson's thing exactly.
Right.
But
So
that
You're a Euro.
that.
What's your Euro?
So my favorite scene
Ooh.
includes my favorite reunion, which is David Fincher and Charles Dance. Back together again. I don't think since Alien 3 had they worked together.
No.
But Charles Dance, like, if they don't have an actor of that stature and that disposition, does the William Randolph Hearst character really work?
Wait,
No.
who is he?
He doesn't say anything.
Who is he in Alien?
I mean, he barely
3?
says anything the whole time.
In Alien 3, he is the
love interest,
the love interest,
right?
What?
Yes.
I had no
He's
clue.
the doctor who has like the really amazing backstory speech, like a monologue. With him.
Whoa.
He looks a lot different shaved. Like him with the beard or with a mustache or something looks a lot different than him.
Yeah.
He's
Alien
clean
3.
shaven in both.
I guess that's true.
But he's fucking 30 years older.
That's true.
Yeah, true. I thought he was
He's like a 75-year-old man now.
He looked like the guy from Babe, like the farmer. I don't know.
James
Oh.
Cromwell.
Yeah, I thought that was him at first. I was like, oh, whoa, he's back.
He's also the villain in Last Action Hero.
Yes,
Oh,
he is.
But he's
Got the
really
crazy
great
eyeball.
in the movie and has a lot of gravitas. But he's not given very much to do other than to scowl or look amused or to say, "You get him, man. That's why I love you."
Oh,
Man, you're wild, man.
But-
For a while, I was like, "Are they gonna waste Charles Dance?" But then they get a speech, and for me, the whole movie is worth it for this alone. And for many filmmakers, this would be to me as just a scene worthy of a whole career. But the organ grinder and his monkey speech,
that was awesome.
I thought that scene was truly amazing.
That whole portion, I love that.
Yeah,
whole,
the
I was like,
entire
oh.
last dinner, even though it's a bit of a it's a pretty ridiculous device to just have to spill
but
it
it's
all out
fun.
at dinner, but the way it's staged and the way that it's shot and the performance it works, and to me it like kind of saved the movie when it seemed to sort of be spinning out of control almost. It kind of seems to coalesce there, right there.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the best scene and the best in the year. And that's my mixed lamb meat. That's my lamb meat slice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Delicious lamb meat.
I like that.
It can't all be great though, Michael.
That's true. But I will say there's one more great thing. I do like how earlier it felt like a very old Hollywood thing when Mank is like, "Have you heard the story of the organ grinder's monkey?" And it like fades out, and then I like that they brought it back. Like that felt really nice. I was like,
yeah.
I feel like
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Michael loves all of the shitty storytelling techniques that I abhorred.
Well, that's old Hollywood. Just shit. Bad, awful crap.
You son of a bitch. You haven't seen Citizen Kane. You don't get to say this.
Yeah. Rosebush, whatever.
What I mean, I don't even believe Michael has seen a movie before 1989.
No, it's not gonna happen.
I don't think he has.
I saw Casablanca with Sean. I have a great story. Can I tell the story?
Lay it on us.
I forget what you were doing exactly, but we went, me and Sean, before COVID. This was years before COVID. Went to Belcourt. We're not telling you where that is. And
you're gonna have to Google it.
It was at a theater, and Sean is just like, la, 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 and then I look over, and this old man is just scowling at him so evilly, and it was so funny. And then Casablanca.
Sean was singing during the film?
No, it was before, but it just it killed me. I was like, yes. But then Casablanca played. It was great.
A lot of people have gotten really mad at my mere presence at Belcourt. There was one time when this is before recording a previous episode of the podcast when Josh Lewis and I went to see that stupid fucking zombie movie. Yeah.
Oh, The Dead Don't Die.
What's that called?
The Dead Don't Die.
The Dead Don't Die. And I was just like, of course, as I always am talking shit about Bill Murray, I was just like, fucking Bill Murray's gonna be fucking Bill Murray in this thing. And someone like turned around and looked at me like, I'm so disgusted by you. It's like, do you like Bill? You tell me honestly, do you like Bill Murray right now? I mean, in Ghostbusters, in Groundhog Day, we all love him then, but no one likes him now for real. Okay.
They like the stories about like I ran into Bill Murray outside of Wrigley Field and he blew me.
Bill Murray gave me a $7 bill. I didn't even know those existed. Wow, what a great guy!
A $7 Bill Murray.
We're talking shit, but I kind of want to see that new Bill Murray, Sofia Coppola movie.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
fuck.
He makes good movies. I would probably watch it.
I think he's great, but
I think Bill Murray's great.
Yeah. Sorry.
He couldn't.
Well, maybe not. I didn't see that that zombie movie, but Zombieland is.
He is in Zombieland.
He is in Zombieland. He's good at Zombieland because it's just like. What if Bill Murray was in this movie and then he is in this movie? That's good.
Do you know who was supposed to originally do the cameo in Zombieland? But tragically died before he could record it?
Chevy Chase?
I don't know if that would have been tragically dying. He's not liked very much.
That's true.
Patrick Swayze.
Whoa. That'd been crazy.
Different picture.
Very different.
Swayze would have been fucking amazing.
That'd been wild.
You know he would have committed to it.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Swayze will jump out of fucking anything. He'll jump out of a plane for a movie.
I wish.
More realistic child molester performance.
Yes.
Patrick Swayze and Donnie Darko, or Kevin Bacon in like 7 different movies where he molests children.
He's always a child molester.
What the fuck is going on with Kevin Bacon and child molesting?
I knew there was a reason I didn't like bacon anymore. We have a Kill Donkey comment.
Oh, okay.
Chad Ryden.
Is this pro Bill Murray? Because I don't want to hear it.
No, it is about Bill Murray, but it's not pro. Okay. It's very neutral.
Better not be.
He said, I was hoping Sean was going to say a guy turned around and it was Bill Murray. That would have been really good.
That would have been fucking amazing. Bill Murray is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He turns around.
I'm Bill Murray, and I am an idiot.
And you're right. I I've been phoning it in for 10, maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even care about the movies I'm in. Like, I'm not even trying to make them any better.
To be fair,
yes.
I'd probably get there. I'd be like, all right, whatever.
I mean, if I was one of the greatest comedians ever at like 30, of course by 60 I'd be boring as fuck. That's just the way it works. But
anyway,
low mains. We need to talk about low mains of this motion picture, man.
Low Manks.
I'm starting it out.
Okay.
I'm going hard.
Yeah.
This movie suffers because of Walk Hard. It suffers from Walk Hard syndrome. As every movie suffers, I can never ever watch a biopic ever again after watching Walk Hard.
It is a devastating takedown.
This has
biopic.
This has Walk Hard syndrome the whole way. Like, especially Michael brought it up already, but Wells throws the stuff at the wall and he goes, "This would be perfect for a screenplay," and he writes
Love
it down
it.
immediately. And even the part
It's so absurd. It's
in the
perfect.
dinner, which I think is a pretty good scene,
Right.
is also like, and then there's this part of Citizen Kane, and then there's this part, and she plays with puzzles, and then after that, there's this other part that also happens in the movie. If you've seen Citizen Kane, you probably know this already, but there's this other part in Citizen Kane where Citizen Kane.
You just made me realize that this entire movie could pretty much just be doubled as an episode of Drunk History.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
This is a really
That's true.
long episode of Drunk History.
kinda is.
That is
How it was
actually,
made.
yeah. That's
Wow.
spot on.
That's really heavy shit. Okay,
That's
God.
true.
before I get too deep, one more other negative
Thank
thing.
you.
At the beginning of every scene, there's a click, 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 click typewriter,
Yeah.
and it shows scene intro,
Flashback.
like it's from a script. And yes, John mentioned it. Sometimes in parentheses, flashback, like I'm a fucking idiot. I can tell it's a flashback, Fincher.
To be
I'm not a
fair, in a script, I think that is proper format. To be
Sure.
Thank you,
to be
Michael.
fair, I
But-
was like, oh, that's a sweet nod to movie making.
You
This is how you.
I mean, I support your opinion. I just have the exact opposite opinion, and I think that's fine.
Yes,
We
it's
can have
perfect.
differing opinions, and it's not going to be like they're going to explode in the middle. We're not going
Exactly.
to create a nuclear explosion.
We're not gonna kill John with our explosion in the middle.
That would be pretty crazy if we just went,
Just
I disagree. No, I disagree. And then John,
blows.
his head explodes, and it splatters on the camera, and we go, oh,
Worth it.
Michael, what's your low main?
Yeah, that would be good.
Just keep going with the
Okay.
Awkward.
Yeah. Awk. Okay. My low main is classically, with almost, it seems, every David Fincher movie, is the length. This thing is way too long for me. I was like, can this end? And well, like you're saying, where it like spins out of control, I think that's because it's just like too long. Just cut an hour out of this movie. I was like, all right, I get it. Let's get to the end.
You want him to cut an hour?
Yeah,
You want it to be
It
1
would
hour,
be
and
1
11
hour
minutes.
long.
I
To
left.
be sure.
I left and went to the chiropractor, and then I came back and finished it. I was like, this is too long.
You just left it on.
Yeah, that would-
You went
I
got- you
wish.
went got your mank in the middle of the.
Yeah, I got my Manx. Just manked out. I felt great.
The length didn't bother me. I mean, this is a bugaboo of mine. I've
Bugaboo.
never. It takes a lot for me to be bothered by the length of a movie. I have to be Benjamin Button. Like, that's when I really. I don't feel like we got anywhere close
No,
to Benjamin Button.
It didn't feel as awful as that, but it was just like, I don't like that I feel the need to check. Like, it made me check a couple times. Like,
yeah.
this is fun,
So-
but I think it's way better movie than Benjamin Button, but I was like,
Michael, I'm curious, since you don't know who any of these people were at
no,
all.
I was meeting them for the first time.
Like for me, it was like really fun. It's like, oh, that's Ben Hecht, one of the great screenwriters. That's it was
Oh,
neat
wow.
to hear like a voice come from like a heroic figure of the past. But did this send you into like Wikipedia mode where you wanted to know more about the characters and you like looked everything up, or did you just continue to live in your insipid ignorance?
I was like, nice visit. Time to get back to reality.
What's going on in 2020?
Yeah, I would not have liked living back then. Ding, ding, ding.
So glad to be in 2020.
No, one thing I did like is that they called Mayor Mr. Mayor, and I thought that was really funny because it sounds like he's the mayor.
Yes.
This is a very upsetting.
He was
episode.
awful. What a jackass.
Yeah.
Like when he's doing
I
that
want to see
speech.
Arliss Howard in a movie, though. I
He's
feel like we haven't
good.
seen old Arliss since like
He's good.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
He's a
Great.
good guy.
Was he
pretty good in
Texas?
Huh?
What was his character name in Full Metal Jacket?
it. It's
Metal
not
Jacket.
Texas. It's
Something
Cowboy.
like that.
Private
Cowboy, that's what it is.
He's a good actor. And a really
Yeah.
good TV show called Rubicon.
Rubicon.
Look that one up, weirdo.
What's that about?
Rubicon.
It was like an immediately canceled AMC show about like
Immediately.
spy deprogramming and code breaking. And
That sounds great.
Yeah.
it's awesome. It has James Badge Dale
Dang.
and Arliss Howard.
God.
It was really good. But to my low mans.
Lay it on us.
And I don't want to just say like the whole script because that would be disingenuous because I did like elements of it. It's just that it was kind of
Eminence.
lazy and ill conceived.
But aside from that, the best
Aside from
award
that,
for best
I
screenplay.
really think like they were able to kind of dress up a pig here, especially like scenes that Michael enjoyed. Those
Wow.
scenes specifically.
I don't know.
So what I'm saying is my low main is Michael's hero.
Yeah. Well, as you cleared up, all the lines I liked were probably real things that they said. So it maybe it makes sense. But
You'll never know because you're never gonna like look any of this shit up
fuck no.
or educate yourself.
all I need to do is
in any way.
turn on Mank, my favorite movie, and I'll be right back in that world. Wow.
Back in May.
I'd probably look up him. I found him the most interesting, but
Mank
yeah,
himself.
Yeah.
I have to say, while we're in low main territory, I did not like the score, and we talked a little bit about it already, but it just felt, and I think this is maybe one of the worst parts about this feeling is I felt like it was a sort of a sketch about classic Hollywood, but that was, I mean, as sort of in this drunk history vein, or where it's like, like just that sort of over and over again.
Yeah.
Not exactly period music, but period-esque music. Like, well, we're not gonna get the real,
Yeah.
but we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
And it's we'll get Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, and they'll get some guy who plays
something.
drums,
Right.
and he'll play jazz drums, and then we'll
it
go.
did make you wonder, Why
Right.
get Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for this, who are very good at what they do?
Yes.
But maybe this is how you find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're just not good at everything.
Also, maybe it was just honestly, this was Trent and Fincher both doing something they weren't even comfortable with. Because
I didn't think they failed, but I do agree this is the first time that I've ever heard their work and not been like, holy shit, this is awesome.
yes,
Yeah.
the shit in most of their movies is like, oh fuck, this is perfect
Right.
for this movie, for this like
Yeah.
kind of grim movie, for this grim movie about an internet guy.
There you go.
This is the perfect. This is the perfect rumbling beat bop for this movie.
I almost would have
wish they had
enjoyed
beat boops.
like that
Beep boop.
instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like instead of trying to go for, I mean, this wasn't a Bernard Herrmann-esque score. I'm not sure who they're trying to emulate, but I get it. This
The
whole
40s.
picture,
Yeah.
this whole picture is about emulating something that's gone, including David Fincher's fucking dead.
Yeah. R.I.P.
But that brings us to where does Mank
Oh wow.
rank?
Mank.
We have a few pictures left. That must be noted.
True.
Right.
So this is a tentative ranking.
Manking.
This is a mentative tanking of manking for the Fincher Manksgiving. I'm not going first this time, Michael.
You're not going first this time, Michael? You're just telling me?
Yes,
Okay.
my name is Michael, and I'm not going first. So you, Sean, are going first.
Okay, John? No, I don't know who you are anymore. This is going to be my number 6.
6?
Yeah.
What is this better than?
Oh, what isn't it?
This is better than Social Network, right?
Better than Social Network.
Like 9 or something.
Yeah,
right?
Better than Benjamin Button for sure. That one's last.
Okay.
Absolutely. Better than. What else have we watched? I think I like Fight Club better than this.
Okay.
So maybe it's lower. I don't remember what Fight Club. Well, I don't remember what the rank. What is the ranking?
We had Fight Club like 8-ish or something.
And I'm gonna put this right below that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like all of them are just gonna be down there.
There's nothing that breaks the upper. Do you have anything in the top 5?
Yeah.
Panic Room. Just
Panic Room
right?
is my number 1.
And 5.
And 5.
Number 1 through 5 for my
1 through 5. Panic Room.
No.
What a noble experiment.
Yeah. Well, I will just say.
Please stop asking Michael to go first. Sean.
No.
It makes it fun.
Yeah, I have no clue what's happening.
It's a loose cannon.
What you call it? I think I like this movie more because I didn't. There's no color, so that I wasn't just like, there wasn't all this green all the time.
Why is it so green?
Yeah. It was just black and
gray.
Black and white. Yeah, just gray.
I know
gray.
it was black and white. But it seemed yellow.
It did have, a little bit yellow. Underneath, it was pure green, but then
It was like every Soderbergh scene that's set in like a Hispanic country.
That's really good. Nosferatu, like that old school tint.
I've got Mank above, ranking higher than Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Def.
And The Game.
Wow.
And it's in it's right now it's fighting with Fight Club, but I think Fight Club is despite. I think Mank Club is below Fight Club. Just because, but I do like it. I like it more than The Game and Benjamin Button. And Benjamin Button still is the only David Fincher movie that I just dislike. and in fact, hate.
Yeah. I agree.
Sean, where did it end up for you? And remember, this is a living document. These move and change.
In a week, I might think differently, but right now it is neck and neck with Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
That's intense.
And this is why. While watching Curious Case of Benjamin Button, there were many times when I went, wow! Like, I just watching it, I went, wow, this is crazy! And there were just very few times when I even moved an inch during Mank. I just kind of went, okay.
Well,
that is
true.
I
thought there were lots of like really gorgeous setups and like scenes that I thought were really neat, and I really enjoyed some of the way that the camera would move through her palatial estate, and I liked seeing the old Hollywood. What the fuck did you like and say wow about Benjamin Button? Were you like, oh, it's an old man baby? Like,
not even wow in like a good way, just like wow, this is insane.
Okay.
I feel like Mank was kind of middling, lots of middling, and kind of woo, that looks nice, or that's funny, but Button is like, what the fuck? So we should some sort of what the fuck
we should
face
kind
joy.
of in summation. I still liked Mank, enjoyed Mank. Michael enjoyed Mank.
That was fun.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And Sean, it appears, despised Mank.
No, I think it's
or counterpoint. Sean loves Benjamin Button.
Oh, now this.
I don't love Benjamin Button, and I don't hate Mank.
Well,
I just felt very little about Mank, and I really do think it's the Walk Hard syndrome. Like, Walk Hard has ruined so many similar movies for me.
Yeah.
Like even the NWA movie, which is not nearly as good as Mank, was so ruined by Walk Hard. Like any biopic that I watch now is just, I think of every scene in Walk Hard, like especially because Mank ends with the Walk Hard ending of him being dead and then like talking about all the stuff that happened to him in like type and shit. It has like the same fucking ending. It's just
that's funny.
Walk Hard just brutalized every biopic before and after. And
Walk Hard is a hell of a movie.
It's crazy.
I gotta admit, Walk Hard is a better movie than Mank.
Yeah.
Much better. Yes.
That one goes number 2 for me in this ranking.
Walk Hard is the second best
David Fincher movie.
Oh,
Walk Hard is this. I mean, I know we're talking about Mank, but for real, if you have not seen Walk Hard, it's wonderful for many reasons. It's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the songs are just amazing.
Very good.
Just great songs. That
what
if you
is your
heard,
favorite Walk Hard quote?
Whoa.
Ooh,
Put you on the spot. I'll go first since I.
Oh, my light went out.
I'm Zeus. You remember when he says "I'm Zeus"?
yes.
I'm Zeus. I don't remember.
He is. This is during the make fun of Brian Wilson segment of the movie, and he has taken a heroic dose of acid, as they would say.
Yes.
And instead of just like having God syndrome, he screams, "I'm Zeus," and rips a one of many sinks out of the walls in this picture. I think he rips 4 or 5 different sinks.
That's
out of the
amazing.
walls.
I've only seen it once, but I really liked it. I remember it being really funny.
I love any instance of the "you don't want none of this shit." Tim Meadows playing his black, I think, drummer.
What?
And he's
You
One of the
don't
great
want none
gags.
of, that's really.
you don't want none of this shit. This shit's bad. It makes me feel amazing.
That's
It's the best drug there is.
that's really good.
Takes all your bad feelings and turns them into good feelings. You don't want none of this
That's so good.
We should have watched Walk Hard. Why didn't we watch Walk Hard?
why
We've seen it
didn't we?
before. We need to watch new
Kill
movies.
Donkeys, watch Walk Hard.
Next
God,
year.
nobody cares about us talking about Walk Hard. What they care about is us talking about Mank.
Yes.
And this is important. What are we watching next week?
Oh.
We
We've got
have
a few left.
7,
7?
The Game, and Gone Girl, and Zodiac.
Oh, wow, the
are
4.
The 4 remaining.
I say let's do The Game or 7.
Oh, wow. The Game or 7?
Michael, do you want to know which one is shorter?
Yes, please.
I think Michael actually likes
They're
The
both
Game.
Fincher movies?
Oh, I'm fucked. Yeah. No, I've
They're
actually
all 2
seen
hours and 30
7.
minutes.
They are both 128 minutes long.
Great.
Oh, really?
That is perfect. I will say,
I think Mank is also 129 minutes, 130 minutes.
for some reason, I grew up watching 7, like, all the time. So I'm very familiar with that. Do we just throw
Let's
it on?
do 7.
Yeah.
Let's do 7.
Throwback.
Everyone loves 7.
Ugh.
It'll bring you back wonderful memories. of your
Yeah.
Can't wait to get spaced out by the spaceman himself.
It's my number 7. I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Yeah, if it doesn't up 7th, I'll be pretty stunned. Will it dethrone Zodiac, or will it?
Oh wow.
What's the opposite of being dethroned? Will it join
Zodes.
Benjamin Button in the depths of despair? Tune in next week to
Find out on Food Court Pop-It Movie.
Before you tune in, though, don't forget to follow us on every single social media. We are at Food Court Cast on Twitter. We are Food Court Movie Podcast on Instagram. We're on iTunes, and we love it when you give us 5 stars and write us a wonderful review. Join us next week for the 7th episode. Look out for a wonderful Alien 3 episode coming soon with Jason Shawhan of the AV Club, etc.
Wow.
And we'll see you soon.
Yes.
We're here on Twitch every Wednesday at 10, 9 Central. Michael, John, Sean, me.